So unfortunately you're getting an intro where I am walking to the station and I have 9 minutes to get there. So this vlog is going to be themed around resetting for 2026. It's been the first week of 2026 and I didn't spend it in the best way possible. I wasted a lot of time essentially, kind of just reading, chilling, you know, being a bit lazy and not doing a lot of work, not kind of being on the goals that I've set for myself. The intention of this vlog is to recap and sort of integrate goals that you would have set for yourself in 2026 that I've set for myself in a way that is very doable, in a way that like every day when you wake up I can think about, oh, this is one of the goals that I set myself out to do, so let's try and do it today. Because I think, especially when I was looking at my 2025 goals and seeing if I managed to get them done, a lot of them I simply forgot about. I got stared down by someone because I was talking on the road. The one thing that I was raised with, and is always a cornerstone with how we do things, was my parents would always say intentions is what matters the most. And that's something that I feel like we can all just apply on a day-to-day basis. And I know myself, when I set the right intention for something, I'm more likely to do it. Whereas when I don't set an intention, or I'm just kind of fueled by excitement, I do it for a bit and then I fail, sort of. This train is empty, so I can talk freely.
That is to Shatan parking.
Okay,
Please change here for London City Airport and...
I'm on the train now and thankfully I think I'll make it in time, hopefully. So looking back at the things that I did from September to December and the memories that I made and the photos that we took and everything, I felt like a lot of the things I was doing didn't have a drive or a meaning behind them. So it just felt a bit lackluster. Like I compared this to last year when I was in the things that I did last year, and I just kind of compared the emotions that both of these time periods carried. And I feel like this is something that really sets apart your actions throughout the year, the intentions behind it and the meaning and what's driving you to do things. The one thing that did stand out though is that this year I decided that I was going to step up my fitness game, and that involved gym, workouts, running, all of the sort, fitness, eating and being mindful of my food. So that's the thing that really stood out, and I can come into 2026 and say that over the past 4 months I've really been working on this, and you can feel that pride and that, you know, happiness that I had a good intention and I saw it through. So that sort of feeling is what I feel like we need to apply to every single one of our 2026 goals. So when I was writing this, so you can see here, this is kind of the template of how I'm writing my 2026 goals, and I based this on this one YouTuber who I was watching, and she did the same thing, and there was a name for this but I forgot what it was, so I'm just going to pop her up on the screen here. And so this is my medicine. As you can see, I wrote this obviously before I was really thinking about intentions as much. I was just thinking about like metrics that I can measure my goals by. And I think that even though there are a lot of them, some of them are doable, and like, yes, I can try and do this, I think that they need intentions behind them to actually drive me. Otherwise, the same thing is going to happen where the first week of kind of 2026, I was just feeling very, you know, demotivated. So I was just doing my own thing. The only thing I was motivated about was, once again, fitness and health and workouts, because I had the right intention with that. Okay, so let me kind of scribble down some thoughts. I feel like with medicine and knowledge and stuff like that, the why is always the easiest to tackle, because obviously I'm sure for all of us, anyone who's doing medicine, anyone who's doing any other career, your why is that you can become competent in that career, aka for me being a competent doctor and having the knowledge to back my actions, having the actual knowledge to help people. Because I always think in my brain, like if someone falls on the road, like in front of me as I'm walking, I just don't feel like confident in my knowledge enough to help them. If I'm in the plane in 2 years time and I'm a doctor and they're like, oh, we need a doctor on board, I don't feel confident. It's so bad. Obviously that makes sense because I don't have much practical experience now, but it's that sort of intention. And my other driving point for medicine is looking and talking to all of these older consultants who know so much about not just their specialty but everything else, things about like physiology that we don't really pay attention to. For example, they know every detail about how the skin regenerates, or all the different types of glands and stuff like that, and it's sort of like, what the heck? Like, I mean, I have this in my Anki, but I've never thought to look twice at it after my exams, and they know it, and it's just crazy. So that's sort of been a driving factor in me trying to learn more and gain more knowledge, because I want that sort of knowledge when I'm older. I want to be able to holistically understand everything, which I feel like is kind of harder nowadays. Another section I really wanted to focus on was reflections, and this idea of always like stop, reflect, take action with every emotional situation or any situation that happens in life, because that's just how we improve as human beings. And I struggle with this at the time, like on the moment, which I think everyone does, and then later on I'll reflect on something and I'll be like, okay. But the idea with reflection as well, which I think I always forget to do, is that you need to actually have a change after the reflection, because it doesn't matter if you just reflect and then you're the same person again. Something needs to change, okay? And so this is my idea with this sort of corner, is having active reflection, having action points every week, and with every kind of reflection moment or time. I really also wanted to base my actions and thoughts on the seerah and the Prophet, because the Prophet ﷺ is like our perfect example of what a human being is, and so all of our reflections and actions should be based on that. And journaling with purpose as well, which is something that I started, but I'm also already being a bit lazy with. But I'm doing it on my iPad on Notability, so that's making it a bit easier. Okay guys, I'm heading to the gym now. This is the next part of my 2026 health goals. So I've actually been quite consistent with the gym already, thankfully, from the start of September, and it's something that I'm hoping that I'm really going to continue. Just check that there's no one. Okay. And the nice thing in my gym is that there's a girls only section, so that has just made it way better. So that's just been the goal. And also, so I'm not really meant to say this because it's still a work in progress, but I might be aiming for some sort of long distance goal of some sort in running. So I've always loved running. Actually, that's a lie. I've not loved running, but I've done it a bit, and I really I liked it. I like the idea of running, and I've done 5k before, but that's kind of the max that I've done. So obviously that's not really long distance. So yeah, but there is a plan in place. When it's successful, when it's succeeded, when it's gone through, then I will kind of do a whole video about the process and everything. But I just wanted you to know that I am not a runner whatsoever, but we're in the process of being one. So the session today is going to be a run. I'm going to do an interval sort of run, so I think they call it a fartlek. I don't know why it's called that. And then I'm also going to be doing lower body. So we're doing running first and then lower body. I think I'm meant to do the opposite, switch it around in terms of if I'm focusing on muscle gain. This is the thing with the gym, is that I still feel like I need to learn so much about like the different processes and what's meant to be better. There's so many different exercises that people recommend, especially now when I scroll on Instagram, because I'm liking a lot of the gym content. I'm getting so many different like workouts that I could try out, and I feel like I really need to learn the science behind it. Otherwise it's going to be very hard. Like it just feels a bit chaotic. So I really want to dedicate a bit of time where I just learn the science behind plyometrics. What workout should I do? I've already watched a few videos. I'm going to try a few plyometrics workouts, and then I also want to know like how should I balance my workouts. Okay, this is so sad. So the gym normally closes at 10. That's what I thought. So I came in, planned my gym session, so it's an hour 40. So I came in at 8, an hour 20. So I came in at 8:40. Plan was to run and then do lower body and everything. And then I'm coming in and then it says that there's 20 minutes left to the gym closing. I was like, what? Like, did I hallucinate this whole time that the gym closes at 10? So ran for 15 minutes. It was so sad. And then when I went downstairs, I asked the receptionist and she said it was holiday timing, that's why. Anyways, the one thing that I'm really struggling with running, and I haven't figured it out yet, is how to breathe while I'm running. How am I meant to take a breath in and how am I meant to breathe out through my nose, through my mouth? And I've watched some videos on it, and every time I run I try a rhythm. Okay guys, today's the next day. I'm going to the gym in the morning. So this vlog is very weird because it's a mixture of just me studying over the past few days and then me working out. That's it. Which, I don't know, I don't think I mentioned this before, but this is a good time to start talking about my YouTube kind of New Year goal. I really want to renew my intention behind why I'm making videos and what is the purpose, what is the intention behind each video, so that I make sure that I'm not just posting useless content. In the end, obviously, we know that anything we do in this life is going to speak for us in the afterlife, inshallah. Inshallah, whatever our actions say about us is going to be good, and we're just going to get good deeds from our actions. So I really want to try and make sure that my videos are aimed with the right intention and have good purposes. Like, for example, if it's a study vlog, motivating, you know, the community and us to, come on, we can do it, we can put in a few more hours of work, we can work for our goals. If it's a fitness vlog, then it's, you know, focusing on our health and stuff like that. I think sometimes, obviously, when you're just filming for the sake of filming, things can get a bit chaotic, and I can just, you know, choose the week that I'm doing the most things with my friends and, you know, just pick that week as my vlog week because it's going to be entertaining. But I always, after posting the video, I'll always feel a sense of like, oh, I don't know how I feel about this video. So that's my aim. So bear with me if I'm not posting a lot, and I'm going to try and readjust kind of the intentions behind my videos, and hopefully it'll be good.